The Portland Timbers draw LAFC 3-3 in an 18 all-time meetings between these sides. There's been a whopping 63 goals. It was one of the most entertaining games I've seen in MLS this year, and ultimately it was the first half that was super energetic, hectic, and crazy. Ultimately, it's disappointing because the Timbers had a 2-0 lead and a 3-2 lead that they both relinquished each time. And if they got all 3 points, they would have been second in the Western Conference. Instead, they sit fifth, though their unbeaten run does extend to 6.
It was an incredible game of football, and it needed a high-level game of football, needed high-level officiating. Now, what I would say is I didn't think we deserved to win the game. And I think if you speak to probably LAFC, they probably feel exactly the same way as us. The offside in the first half, it could have been on. It could have been on, it could have been off. I have to see it again. And they probably felt a couple of decisions went their way. I know that Jimmy had some incredible saves from Boanga. So I think 3-3 was probably a fair result. But I just want to be talking about the football. I don't want to be frustrated. I don't want to receive a yellow card for trying to help the situation. I don't want Steve Cherundolo to be sent off for nothing. You know, Steve didn't deserve to be sent off. I'm angry because the opposing manager got a red card. I think that shows where I'm at, really.
Portland was the better team through the first half. They recognized some of that recklessness of the LAFC backline, ramping them up to press more so in this game than they have in the previous 7 this season. Felipe Mora, again, man of the match for me. I'm sorry if I jinxed the hat trick by putting out the top hat emoji, but ultimately he has been so good. And beyond just the goals, and in his last 2 home games, he's got 3 goals and 2 assists. His hold-up play is always there when you need it, to relinquish pressure when the Timbers were being pushed back by LAFC.
No, creo que por ahí hemos sido un equipo muy intenso este año. La verdad que como equipo nos propusimos este año hacer cosas importantes y creo que vamos por ese camino. La verdad que creo que somos un equipo muy difícil para los rivales y esperamos seguir así para este año ganar muchos partidos y, como te dije anteriormente, lograr algo importante.
The question was, how would you compare this team to last year's? I think this year we're a very intense team, and we set a goal for each other at the very beginning to do big things. I think we have a very tough team for other teams to face, and we're just going to continue to work hard and go to that path.
When Anthony went off at halftime and Jonathan Rodriguez came on, the Timbers did not have that same vertical option. And I don't wholeheartedly put that down to Jonathan Rodriguez coming in. You could not have played that high energy of a style for what ended up being a 110-minute game with 19 minutes of combined stoppage time. But I thought Anthony was really good yet again. That decisive pass for the Santiago Moreno goal, beating out former Seattle Sounder Aaron Long for it in the process was great. But when Jonathan Rodriguez came on, he didn't have a great first 15-20 minutes, but his header back to Felipe Mora to earn the Chilean his brace was great.
Sí, la verdad que como equipo estamos muy contentos con la vuelta de Jonah. Creo que nos va a venir muy bien para lo que viene y la verdad que yo como delantero, teniendo esa calidad de jugadores, creo que siempre tengo que estar atento y hoy creo que lo estuve en esa jugada que fue una jugada muy rápida y que por suerte pude hacer el gol.
Yeah, I think as a team we're very, very happy that Jonah is back with us and he's returned, and I think it's going to be really good for us overall. As a forward, you always have to be very alive in the box, and for me, that's I think what happened. The play was really fast, and luckily I was able to score with my head.
Was the Anthony sub injury related?
Yeah, he had just before halftime. We got him to halftime. We put him on a bike at halftime just to keep it going, and then as soon as he stood up, he couldn't go.
LAFC was the better team in the second half, and if I tried to defend Denny Bouanga on the wing, I'd break my ankle in a few different places. He has been the most menacing attacker I've seen play at Providence Park this year and in recent years as well. His assist for David Martinez was very well earned, and while he was an absolute annoyance for the fans and myself, like media included, complaining to the official over and over again, he is a damn good player, but boy, James Pantemis made him look worse than he actually was. I have it written down here. Huge saves, many of them on Bouanga, 35th minute, 56th minute, 62nd minute, Then Jace Pantemis got hurt, stayed in the game, and made another huge save in the 83rd.
They're becoming undroppable, and Jimmy's one of those that's becoming a little bit undroppable because of his performances. You get the shirt, you earn the shirt, and you keep the shirt. And, we're lucky we've got some outstanding keepers, and at this moment in time, Jimmy's performing at the top level.
Entertaining. It was worth the price of admission. I'll break it all down on the Timber Review, which will be in your inbox super early on Tuesday morning. And Phil Neville, let's talk about it. His comments in the postgame, I posted the full minute 25 opening remarks, which is heavily about the officiating on Twitter, X, Blue Sky, and Reddit. So if you follow me, you can likely see that full comments, but here's a snippet of it.
And we will get a report, and they'll say that I was causing dissent. I was getting my players away from the officials. And Steve Cherundolo should never have been sent off on any game of football in the whole world. And what we're seeing now is that we've just played a 3-3 game against one of the best teams, an incredible advert of football. And I just think that they just want to be the kings of the castle. It's all about them. They just want to show that they are the main people in this league. And unfortunately, it's not good.
Portland still off to a great start in this season. Rewind a year ago, they had a 10-game winless run. So to be 6 unbeaten, even though it is a draw, is a good sign. Let me know your thoughts on the game and what your expectations are for the game next Sunday at the LA Galaxy.